Hey friends, thanks for joining me. Hope everyone's having a good day. Is everyone having a good day so far? All right, let's go ahead and get started with our number of the day. So let's count our bundles of 10 and then we'll add our ones. Okay, so we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. All right, we have our 50. Now we need to count on by ones. So 51, 52, 53, 54. Let me get these so they don't fall. 55. Keep counting with me. 56, 57, 58. All right, so we're at 58. We need to add one more. So we're going to add one more one. So 58, 59. Good. Okay, so our new number today is 59. Let's go ahead and count and see how many ones that is. We have 5 bundles of 10, so that's our 50. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 ones. We're so close. We're so close to getting a bundle of 10. We only need one more and then we can bundle it. All right, so we're at 59. Let's look at that number on our tens frames. Whoa, this board always is a little bit crazy sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add another dot to our 10 frames. And I'm going to add it in up here because all our other ones were filled in. So we'll count first and then I'll add some tallies, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and looking at these. Let's count them the quick way by our tens frames. Here we go. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then we need to count by ones. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. All right, let's go ahead and add a tally down here. And I'm going to add in another one right here. So then when we go and count those, we don't need to do anything with our tens bundles yet because we didn't make another bundle of 10 yet. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, but then we need to look at our ones. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. All right, so when we make that number, we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bundles of 10. So I'm going to leave my 5 right there. But then I need to change our ones number. So instead of 8 ones, how many ones do we have now? Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to change this to a 9. And then that will give us our 59. All right. Let's go ahead and get out your hundreds chart for me if you have that, or you can go ahead and you can count along with me. And we're going to count all the way by ones. We're counting all the way by ones up to what number? 59. All right, so here is 59. We got a long way to go, but we can do it. All right, here we go. Ready? Starting up at the top. So count with me, or you can do it on your hundreds chart. All right, you ready? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to come all the way back over. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We're going to keep going all the way back over. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. All right. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, good, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, we're getting close, but remember we can't do a shortcut and just come this way, we have to go all the way back over, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. All right, look how close we are to making our next 10. We only need one more jump, so we only need one more to make our next 10. All right, thank you for counting with me. You can go ahead and put your hundreds chart down. I'm going to erase mine. And we are going to look at some more tens frames. All right, I know you guys are getting good at these. All right, so I'm going to hold up some tens frames. Remember that some of these have Some of them have 1 10 frame and some of them have 2 10s frames. So remember to make this easy, instead of counting by ones each time, remember you can look at those 10 frames, put the number in your head that you see, and then count on. All right, here we go. Let's look at this first one. What do you see? 6. So this number I put in my head was 5, counting on 6. All right, our next one, 9. And remember, we're only missing 1. So if this were all filled in, it would be 10. So we can just jump back 1, and that will give us 9. All right, this one has 2 10s frames. What'd you get? 11. Okay, how many of you noticed this is a 10 frame and it's filled in? So what number are you going to put in your head? 10, 11. Good. All right, let's keep going. I see a 10 frame filled in. 10. Do you see this down here? So put 10 in your head. 10, and then let's count on. 11, 12, 13. Good. All right, here's our next one. Here's 2 10s frames. What number are you putting in your head? This is all filled in. So 10, let's count on. 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, good job. Let's keep going. Oh, fast. 10. Good. That was all filled in. Okay, what number? This is all filled in. What is it? 10, 11, 12. Good job. All right, this is only 1 10 frame. What'd you get? 7. Okay, so what number can we put in our head? 5, and then count on. 6, 7. Good. All right, this one, quick. That top row's filled in. 5. Good job. I'm gonna keep going, only a few more. Okay, so what number can you put in your head? 5, and then let's count on. 5, 6, 7, 8. Did you get 8? Good. Okay, this is gonna be super fast. 2, good job. This will be even faster. 1, fast again. 4, good job. And our last one, this is super fast too. 3, good job. Okay, now what I'm gonna have you do, you still don't need anything for this. You're just gonna share out loud with me. I'm gonna show you some numbers again, and we're just like we were doing with our 10s frames. You're gonna put the number in your head and then you're gonna count on, but you don't need to write anything. I'm gonna write it on my whiteboard just to show you what number I'm starting with, but you just need to listen and you need to just look with your eyes and then you can share out loud, okay? So what you're doing is I'm gonna put a number down and then we're counting on. So I'll show you what I mean. So you don't need to write this down, you're just gonna look and I'm gonna show you the numbers. So we have the number 12. So I want you to, out loud, I want you to say this first number, 12, and then I want you to count on what would come next. All right, let's do it together. So 12, 13, 14. So we're just counting on from a number that I give you. Here's your next one. All right, so all you have to do is say this out loud. So what's that number? 13, and then you need to count on. Okay, let's do it together. 13, 14, 15. Good, so you don't need to write, you're just saying it out loud. Here's your next one. All right, so that number 17, I want you to count on from 17. Okay, let's do it together. 17, 18, 19. All right, we're gonna do one more this way. Your next one. So this is our number. What number is that? 19. So you're going to count on from 19. 19. Okay, let's do it together. Ready? 19, 20, 21. Okay, now this time we're going to do it a little bit different. This time we're going to count back. Okay, so I'm going to give you a number and then you're going to go backwards and I'll show you what that means. Okay, so now instead of counting on from 10, we're not going on anymore, we're going back. Okay, so here's our number 10. So if we had to count back, we would go Okay, let's try it together. Ready? 10, 9, 8. Did you get that? All right, I'm going to do another number. Okay, here's your next one. So that number is, you guys know that number? That number is 7. So now you're going to count back. Ready? 7. Okay, let's try it together. 7, 6, 5. All right, we're going to do a few more of counting back. Here's your next number. This next number is 4. So 4. All right, let's do it together. 4, counting back, 3 and 2. You can always check that 2 in your head. So you're like 2, 3, 4. That makes sense. All right, we're going to do another one counting back. These are kind of like mental math ones. These are a little bit trickier sometimes. Okay, so we have our number 11. We're going to count back. Ready? 11. What comes before 11? The number right before and the number right before that. Okay, here we go. 11, right before 11, 10. And then what's right before 10? 9. Good. Okay, one more. Okay, so this is our number 12. We're going to count back from 12. So we're just saying it out loud. 12. So 12, 11, 10. All right, this next one, if you want to get a whiteboard or a piece of paper and write these numbers in with me, you can, because what I'm going to do now is you're going to have to fill in the number before and the number after. I'm going to give you the number in the middle. So if you want to get your whiteboard and a piece of paper now, if you didn't have it before, you can do it now. All right, so here we go. Okay, so on your board, on your whiteboard or your piece of paper, go ahead and make the number 9. So I gave you the number 9. You are going to write down the number that comes before and the number that comes after. So take your whiteboard, and if you don't have whiteboard or paper, you can just say it in your head too if you want, okay? All right, so what comes before 9? And then what comes after? Okay, well, I know that the number 1 less than 9, if I do one jump back, that gives me 8. Did you get 8? Okay, and then now it makes it a little easier. I have 8, 9, 10. All right, let's try another one. So you're going to find the number before and the number after. Here's your next one. All right, so I gave you the number 7. You need to find the number that comes before 7 and the number that comes after 7. Okay, so 1 less than 7. If I jump back, I have 6. And then if we count, we have 6, 7, 8. Good job. All right, this one's going to be a little bit harder. Okay, your middle number now is going to be the number 12. Your middle number is 12. So we need to find the number that comes before 12 and the number that comes after 12. All right, so if I go backwards 1, right before 12 is 11. Okay, what's going to be my number here? 11, 12, 13. Good. All right, okay, we're going to do one more of those. Middle number again. All right, I'm going to do this number. The middle number is going to be 15. So there's your number 15. So you need to tell me what comes before 15 and what comes after 15. All right, so the one right before 15 is 14. Okay, so I have 14, 15, 16. What does a 16 look like? A 16, you can hear that 6, so it's 1 and a 6. Good. Okay, you can go ahead, if you were writing along with those with me, you can go ahead and put that down for now. And we are going to look a little bit more at some more word problems. But today, we're actually going to make our own word problems, okay? So I'm going to show you how we can do that. So I'm going to move my computer so you can see my board. Okay, and we're going to talk about word problems when you're joining things together or when you are taking things away, okay? So when you're doing a joining word problem, you're adding things together. All right, so it's going to look like this. I'm going to start with a joining word problem. So and I'm just making my own because that's what you are going to do today. You're going to make up your own story problems, okay? So I'm going to make my own, and I'm going to start with a Christmas tree. So I'm going to draw my Christmas tree because when we make our story problems, we can write them or we can draw them. So on my tree, I had 1, 2, 3 stars, my 3 ornaments. But then down in my box, I still had 1, 2, 3, 4 ornaments left that I wanted to put on the tree. So I'm going to add those 4. I'm going to join those 4 ornaments to my tree. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, and this one will go all the way up here at the top, 4. So I am joining those ornaments on the tree. So I already used these, right? Because I put them over here. So now I just have to count my ornaments that are on that tree that I just did. So let's count those all together. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now I have a total of 7 ornaments. When you go to write a joining addition problem or story problem, I started with my 3 stars. And then how many in my box did I have? I had 1, 2, 3, 4. I added 4 more to my tree. How many total did we count that gave us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That gave me a total of 7. So what I just did is I just drew a joining word problem. So I had some, and then I added, and I showed how I added some more. So that's what I mean when I say you're going to make up your own joining word problem, okay, or story problem. All right, I'm going to erase it, and I'm going to show you another one. I'm going to use a tree again. So here's my tree, but this time, this tree is going to be outside. So I was outside, and I saw, whoa, that tree looks a little silly down there, huh? All right, so when I was outside, I saw some birds in a tree. I saw 1, 2, 3 birds in that tree. But then when I was looking around, I noticed there were some other birds still flying. But those birds are going to fly over to the tree. So I want to see how many birds altogether are going to be in the tree. So I'm going to add these birds over here. So I'm going to take that bird, and there's going to be 1. I'm going to take this bird over here. There's 2. Here's another one that's going to go all the way over here. 3. And another one that's going to go over here. 4. So I'm adding all of those birds to my tree. So when I'm doing my story problem, I started with my 3 birds in a tree, but then how many more did I add to the tree that were flying over there? I saw there was 1, 2, 3, 4 birds. So 4 birds were added, or I joined them up with the tree. And then all together, I said, well, how many now do I have in the tree all together? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I had 7 again. Okay, so when you're doing your problems, you don't have to draw these lines. You can. I just wanted to show you that these are joining the tree. Okay, I'm adding them all together, and then I count them all, the total all together. Okay, because that's going to look a little bit different than when we do our takeaway one. So we were just adding and making our joining story problem, putting them all together and counting them all up. Now, we're going to do one where we take away. All right, So I had a friend, and I'm just going to draw my friend really quick. I had a friend who had some presents, okay? So my friend had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He had 6 presents in his hand. But he was being so super kind, and he wanted to give some of his presents to his brother. So he decided he wanted to give away 2 presents. So he's going to take a present and give it to his brother, and he's going to take another present and give it to his brother. So he took away 2 of those presents. So I want to know, how many does my friend have left? How many presents does he have now? Okay, so when I'm looking at that, I said, well, we started with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He started with his 6 presents, right? But then how many did he take away or give away to his brother? He gave away 1, 2. So that's why I crossed those out, because he gave those 2 away. So he doesn't have those anymore. He gave away 2. So how many now does he have left? How many does my friend still have left? Well, we need to count the rest that he has. He has 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just did a takeaway problem, okay? He gave away some of what he had, and he's left with 4. All right, let's do one more of the takeaway ones. So he's not adding them all together, he's taking them away. All right, this time, my friend had, I'm gonna draw my friend again. I think on his brother last time we forgot to give him some eyes, sorry. Okay, so this time, we'll give him eyes. This time, instead of presents, my friend had some footballs. So here's a football, because it is football season. Here's a football, here's another one. He has really big hands, so he can hold all these because there's a lot. Okay, so he had, I'm going to give him a few more. He had a lot, but he wanted to share, once again, he's being super kind. He wanted to share with his brother. So let's see how many footballs he had all together. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he started with his 6 footballs. But then his brother was like, I would like some. And he was being super kind. So he said, okay, I'm going to give you some. And he gave him 1, 2, and 3. He gave him 3 of his footballs. And I know those don't really look like footballs, but remember when we were drawing our math, we can just make symbols and make it really quick. Okay, so he gave away, I'm going to cross out, he gave away 1, 2, 3 of those footballs to his brother. So when we're writing that, he gave away, so I'm going to use a minus sign instead of my addition sign. He gave away 1, 2, 3. And then we want to know, well, how many does he still have left? If he gave away those 3 footballs, how many does he still have left? He has 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I just showed you 2 problems where you could join things together and add them all up, and 2 problems where you had to do the takeaway, where you cross them out, okay? So today, I'm going to erase this just so it doesn't look too confusing. Today for your task, and you can try this on your own, and you can share it with your teacher, or you can wait and see what your teachers have. You guys might want to do it together, but you can try one on your own. In your math page, and that's kind of hard to see, it's on page 10, you are going to do a joining number story. So that is when you are going to add the numbers up. You're going to put them all together, and then you're going to do a takeaway number story, just like we just did with the footballs and the presents. Okay, so you're going to try and draw something where you're taking away one, and up here where you are joining together. All right, and then if you can try and write your number sentence using those numbers to represent what your story was, that's a challenge too. All right? Okay, no, that might be a little bit tricky, but you can do it. All right, thank you for listening, and I'm sure your teacher will be happy and excited to hear what kind of joining number stories you have and what takeaway ones you've come up with. All right, hope you guys have a great rest of the day. I'll see you later. Bye.